welcome back to the chaos. There's coffee or something on my shirt? Not sure. Whatever. There's no coffee. It's been a week, and the intro so far should be clarifying that a little bit. On that note, however, welcome to the chaos. I am Tanari, if you don't know who I am. If you do, well, it's been a ride. I do streaming video games on Twitch, and YouTube and YouTube Shorts. The YouTube is mostly vlogs right now. The Shorts are Tank's Log, which apparently is a rather enjoyable quirk, and we will get some sewing videos up eventually. It's been that week. So, last vlog got up late, really late. That should have been a clue to how the rest of my week was going to go. Got it posted on frickin' Tuesday. It didn't get recorded till Monday. It's supposed to get recorded on Thursdays, right? That's how the schedule's supposed to work. You want to find out why everything was late? Go watch that other vlog. Go have fun. But this week, got that posted Monday. Started in on laundry. Still haven't finished the laundry. Got the kids started in on cleaning their rooms so I could clean the rest of the house. Move furniture to adjust. We'll get into that in a bit. And get things clean. And the younger two are still not done. The olders, it got clean. And after it got clean, we learned why their room keeps becoming a mess. We've got to make some adjustments. The youngers keep tearing the room apart, and I mean tearing it apart. Shredding the whole room. After they've worked for about 2 hours. And it takes 2 hours because, I'm not kidding, everything. I am surprised the flipping desk is still standing by that point every time. We're having some ugly come to Jesus meetings, especially the youngest. But adjustments that had to be made. Hold, please. This is the clock singing lunchtime. It's going to take a little bit to stop singing. But it's infusion day, so lunch is actually late today. We're making adjustments in the younger kids' room because we're having issues with clothes and some bad habits. Now, we've had similar bad habits with the older two a couple years ago because the younger two are the same age as now that the older two were 4 years ago. So, yeah, we're basically repeating some of the same issues here. And this time it is Kid 3 wants to be organized with how he puts his clothes away. He doesn't like that he can't sort his clothes. Because what we've been doing is they've been throwing all their clothes in a basket. On a shelf. Like 2 or 3 baskets on shelves, actually. Because they wouldn't put their own clothes away. I ain't got time for this kind of crap. They didn't leave them folded anyway. I didn't care. Well, the older of the two, Kid 3, is getting frustrated with being unable to keep his clothes folded and sort them into the categories he wants now. He's a more organized child than Kid 4, and Kid 4 has taken to shoving anything and everything into those baskets to avoid having to actually clean his room. Can you tell who's the bigger problem with shredding the bedroom? But we also need to reorganize a little bit in there. They want a different storage system for their toys. So what we ended up agreeing on, and Daddy actually helped, D helped negotiate this, is they want their beds next to each other. Fine. This is a problem we have with the older two too. They just want to be with the brother. And they want to use the old clothes baskets shelves for toys instead of the little toy bins that they've got in there. Okay, sure. No problem. Bought them a couple of cheap dressers. Kid 2's having a day. Again. And we need to reorganize their room to get the dressers in there with their toys and stuff. So it's just a little bit of an adjustment period. The olders, however, the older two, were having different issues. So we made some changes in there anyway. They got Christmas money from my grandfather and decided to spend it on whatever. And this one chose a bed tent. Like, I gave him a couple of options that I thought he would like, and he chose the bed tent. So we put that on his bed, and we start having a couple of different problems. One is where the bed was located. He kept sitting on the dang thing, which was going to break it eventually, and kept popping it off the bed. Well, I fixed it so it would stop popping off the bed, and I had to have their room cleaned to be able to move the damn bed. Just move it away from the doorway, which is what the problem was. He was going in there when he was having a fit and sitting on the end of his bed while there's a tent, and the hole in the tent is on the side, not the end. So, moved that, had to remove the baby gate that was on their door, which was not there to stop children, by the way. It was there to stop one of our dogs from racing up and down the hallway, because I was ready to kick at her if she caused one more injury. Because she does not... The dog does not stop. Okay? Once she gets going, there is no brakes. And she caused some pretty major injuries doing this. Kept knocking people over, hitting people, buggered my knee for 2 days solid. Like, I was ready to kick her the next time she did it. Because it hurt that bad. She's not a chihuahua. She's huge. But we finally got that habit under control. Like, she's still in there sitting on his bed barking at things outside the window, but the racing back and forth stopped. And he couldn't get... He's using his wheelchair more often, the oldest is. And he couldn't get in his bedroom easily in the chair. And I watched him try it one day and saw the problem was, in fact, the mountings for the baby gate. They were getting stuck on the wheel. So, we took the baby gate down. And he could get in his room now, but we saw pretty quick he had to have that bed moved to get in there anyway. So, but their room's done. Their room's fixed. The only issue we're seeing in there is Kid 2 is dumping out his toys, but he's dumping them out to get to what he wants in the toy bin. So I looked up, he's the one that's autistic. I looked up how do you organize toys for an autistic kid, and I was finding the opposite of previous advice that I've used with storing things for him, where he needs it sorted and categorized and organized little bins where he can see what is what. And previously that wasn't the case. He just wanted to be able to see everything in front of him, and I think what's happening is his development improved a lot over the last couple of years. So we have to get a new toy system for him, because he shares a room with the kid who has to use a wheelchair, and having the toys all over the floor is a problem. A big one. So we're going to fix that for him. If the others two ever get their room clean, we're going to fix their room, but yeah, we're learning some hard lessons this week in there. Kid 1 is having your standard 12-year-old attitude problem issues. He's 12. He gets frustrated easily. It's just a thing. But he is regulating himself and figuring this out kind of on his own. Like, we're still correcting certain behaviors, but he is working this on his own. He's also going to start a new piece of school this year. Is going to be the company that creates their infusion medication sent us these little organizers for each child that are intended to help track medical information for doctors. It includes little pages on, rate how, a page for his medication list, a page for his insurance information, pages for tracking his ability levels as they go, pages for notes to take before and after an appointment to track progress. And he thought a lot of this was really cool, and this is in fact a life skill for him. That's it. This is a life skill. He has to learn how to track this kind of crap by himself. So this is school this year is learning, not all of school, obviously, but this is our science. A lot of the science this year. And we are a little lax on the science with him, not the others, but him, because he was really into science early in his school career, like elementary school. He was into science the whole time. And we didn't discourage it. Like, if he wanted to learn, let the boy learn. Well, I did some testing at one point on his science skills, and he was, by second grade, he was testing getting correct answers in 9th grade level science crap. So, yeah, no, we have some leeway to work with to work in medical science and medical care as his science schoolwork. He's also getting into computer education soon. We just have to find the tick that the form of computer science that he understands best. Much like my brother in high school, hardware is not really a thing he's going to be able to handle much. It's just not. But software side, we're finding the things that pique his interest. So we'll get into that. What else? I don't remember. We're making adjustments to... Thank you. That one's not wearing a shirt. We're making adjustments to get used to using Costco. So I went to Costco once this month. I've gone to Kroger 2 or 3 times, and 2 of those were for things we forgot for the birthdays. We are slowly running out of certain things in the house right now, but we are far from out of food. Like, we're running out of the convenience foods and cereal. We're not running out of meat, rice, potatoes, vegetables, flour. Like, I've got a baked bread. We are out of sliced bread. I can't keep enough sliced bread in the house. It just doesn't work. It's like the milk. Milk and sliced bread. It doesn't matter how much I buy. We will go through it. Period. But, you know, it just means I have to cook. Big deal. We're also at the 17th, I believe. Yeah, so it's not really a big deal. I've got to bake bread for a week. I might have to scrounge up some change to go buy some milk. I don't know how much milk is in there, if I'm perfectly honest. I just don't. And it's not like they aren't going to have dairy if we run out of milk. There's a lot of cheese in there. So we're doing good. It's just getting this place cleaned up that sucks. And I think that's it. If you want to see the tank logs, they are on YouTube Shorts right now. I don't know if they'll ever make it to Instagram or TikTok or whatever. But like, subscribe, share if you want to keep track of things. Other videos will eventually get up, I promise. But, you know, the tank logs are actually happening daily at the moment because they're not that hard to put up, which was surprising. But yeah, that's all I've got today. Vampire game. Oh, also, look, I'm supposed to be playing Garden Paws with Ren on Thursdays. Ren, I am so flipping sorry. I swear I set an alarm after I forgot last week, and I screwed up and that alarm went off Friday. This morning. So yeah, I am very sorry. I am fixing that alarm. I swear I will remember next week. I promise. And Vampire. We have another game coming up tomorrow. Last time we left off, I was in the bottom of a river. And I don't even know whose fault this one is. I don't think it was Darren's. I think this is actually Junie's fault. I think this is a war thing that is Junie's fault. It wasn't Darren's fault. It wasn't Frank's fault. Like, we learned who can and can't speak or infer Spanish really quick this week. Really quick. Junie fails. Junie fails on all fronts. Oh my god. However, just to make it clear, a couple of people are a little better off with this than I am. My Spanish, what little bit I have, is ingrained and revolves around fast food. That's not how it works for some of the others. But yeah, I think that's where we're at there. Games, I am presently knee deep in the Dreamlight Valley update. This one's worth it. It's also a little terrifying. Yeah, I wasn't drinking while I was playing Dreamlight Valley. I normally don't. Don't have to. And then we found the shadow squirrels. And my brain went, why is Melody in my game? Oh God, it's not Melody. Melody and Ozzy have love children. This is terrifying. In so many ways. That is not how those characters related in any way, shape, or form, okay? Yes, Melody had a habit of biting Ozzy. It had nothing to do with... No, this was to get him to let go. Or piss him off. No. Melody was the equivalent of a rabid dog. In Morgan's pocket. I was Morgan's pocket demon. There we go. That's a good way to put it. Pocket demon. Melody was Morgan's pocket demon. That's it. That's it. This is terrifying. Fortunately, said squirrels didn't last long, so I'm afraid I'm going to find them again later. I don't want to, but, you know, we'll see. We'll see. And Slime Rancher 2 updates. No, it's got an update now. I need to download the update now. And that's probably what I'm doing Tuesday is Slime Rancher 2. We have changed the criteria for Five Nights at Freddy's for a couple of reasons. One, I forgot what the criteria was. I forgot. And two, because I'm playing Security Breach now because the original Five Nights at Freddy's was getting really frustrating. And that's no good for me. Well, this one's so much less frustrating. I'm playing Security Breach now, so much less frustrating. But I can only handle it for about an hour, hour and a half before muscle starts getting so tense that I'm going to be in pain. So we have lowered the criteria. Any hype train at all, level 1 or above, you get an hour of Five Nights at Freddy's at the next stream. That's it. Hour, hour and a half, basically until I have to stop playing because I can't do it anymore. But I do actually make progress in Security Breach, so it's not anything near as frustrating. It's really not. It's just, there are a lot more jump scares happening. It is a lot more tension. So, yeah, that's what we changed that. I am working on getting better at the Ko-Fi and the other social medias. Don't hold your breath. We both know that. We all know that's a thing. It's just a nightmare. And yeah, that's all I got. Thank you for bothering to watch, and enjoy the chaos.